Alright, let's get this going. I was not expecting to do a reaction to Scarce, of all people, in 2026, but here we are. I saw a tweet in my Twitter feed the other day, and I saw a tweet from John Scarce, of all people, and he was like, hey, I came back on this new YouTube channel, and I just wanted to give a life update. It's called Everything is Getting Worse in 2026. So John Scarce has returned to YouTube in the year 2026, and this basically just seems to be like an old style commentary video you would expect in 2016, just talking about shit. Gotta say, maybe Scarce is what we need right now. So it's good to see him back. You know, I used to watch Scarce's content back in the day. Like, I would say that he was basically Keemstar, but better, without all the dumb shit that Keemstar did. So yeah, let's watch it.
Is it just me, or does it feel like everything is progressively getting worse?
No, it's definitely not you. 2026 and 2025 have been wild years, to say the least. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I think back years ago, I never thought in the years 2025 and 2026, politically, people would be defending, like, actual pedophilia in the White House. It's pretty insane. Like, people have become so fucking brainwashed, and people have become so insane that, like, you have to be okay with actual pedophilia, or else you're not accepted in their tribe.
Like, every year I spend as an adult feels worse than the last one. I don't know if anyone else feels the same way, but it feels like every year is just worse. Like, nothing is actually getting better. When I was younger, I would constantly be told, oh no, life's going to get better, right? Technology's going to get better. Everything's going to be easier when you get older. You know, we're going to have walking robots that are going to help you with everything, and everything's going to be nice and fun, and you won't have to work as much. No. That's the opposite of what's happening right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like that's a bit of an unrealistic view of it. Like, obviously, when you get older, you are going to have to be more responsible for yourself. But, like, I think people have a very, I guess, idealistic view of what AI is, even though I would say, as it stands right now, AI is doing a lot more harm than good. I mean, AI is, like, one of the biggest reasons why jobs are being fucking killed and they're being displaced. And, like, I just feel like we definitely need to do something about AI, especially in regards to AI deepfake pornography. Like, that's, like, a very degenerate use of it, for sure. And, like, also the fucking AI CP as well on Grok. I would say that's, like, the worst case scenario of it, of just, like, people were basically going on Grok, and, like, Grok didn't care about whether or not someone was or wasn't above the age of 18. Like, you know, just, like, people would ask Grok, hey, undress this person, and Grok would be like, okay, and then Grok generated an image of it. It's so fucking dumb. The fact that Elon Musk was allowed that to begin with is just absolutely stupid. And the only reason Elon Musk stopped that to begin with was because, like, he just got a ton of pushback for it. He doesn't actually care that AI-generated CP is being generated on his platform. Because, I mean, if he did actually care about children being abused, he would stop being friends with Trump. Or he wouldn't attempt to go on Epstein's island himself, which he did, but then Jeffrey Epstein said that you're too immature for my island. Imagine being too immature for pedophile island. Imagine that.
I feel like every year you have to work harder for less, and everything else just starts sucking more and more. Like, I feel like products are progressively getting worse. Like, the other day, me and my girl went out, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to pay.
Oh, shit. Scarce has a girl now. Oh, my God. He's leveling up.
These restaurant prices. Applebee's is literally like $100 if you're not careful with what you're buying, and if you're buying drinks and stuff.
Oh, yeah, no, forget it. Like, I went to Applebee's the other day. They were constantly advertising their bar and, like, all their bar drinks. So, like, forget it. Like, you gotta be careful what you're drinking on the tab, because there's, like, bar drinks especially tend to get very pricey if you're having multiple of them at once.
I mean, it's a lot of money, okay, to go out and go on dates now. That's why every time I go on a new date with a girl, I'm always taking her to the park or somewhere where it's like, where can I spend the least?
Damn, that's what Scarce looks like right now? Oh my gosh. Wow. It is such a weird... Wow. It's so weird seeing what Scarce looks like now. It's actually crazy. I mean, God bless. He's scoring girls. He's going on dates and stuff. Like, God bless. It seems like he's actually leveling up in the real world. It's like, again, I'm happy to see Scarce again. I miss him. Like, he literally, like, he was not bad back in the day. And also, like, seeing this, like, commentary video of just, like, classic Modern Warfare 2 gameplay, just, like, talking about life. It's like, it's bringing me back to the good old days when I was in like high school and I would watch like commentary videos. It's like, man, I just got a load of nostalgia there.
A new date with a girl, I'm always taking her to the park or somewhere where it's like, where can I spend the least money while also making it seem very romantic and very fun? Because I don't want her thinking that I'm just trying to save a ton of money, but I
do a coffee date. Easy. Cafe date. Very low stakes. Prices are reasonable. Yeah, I mean, like, I would say, like, a coffee date is very, very good, and you're able to, yeah, and you can also go to parks nearby. You can take your drinks anywhere you want to go. It's, like, again, that's why I think it's very reasonable to do that instead of going out to, like, all these, like, restaurants or whatever. Especially, like, nowadays. Like, if you go on, like, if you've seen an episode of, like, Caleb Hammer's Financial Audit, one of the biggest causes of people being in such financial debt is DoorDash, Grubhub, constantly getting food to go out to eat. Like, it's getting so pricey, and those prices add up very quickly. So being able to cook at home is a nice skill to have. I would recommend just learning how to cook at home because not only are the prices cheaper, but you can do it on your own terms. And if you mess up, then you have nobody to blame but yourself at the end of the day, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, again, but in regards to dates, do a cafe. Again, affordable prices, very low stakes. I think anyone that expects you to take them out to like a fucking expensive-ass restaurant next to the Empire State Building in New York City on like Park Avenue or something is fucking, you're crazy. Like, I don't know. That's you're asking for a lot here on a first date.
Really am, because if you actually go out to get drinks or something, you are breaking the fucking bank. You're spending like multiple days of income on one date night. And it's like, nope, I'm going to go to the fucking park or something and just act like everything's cool. But we decided to just go to Taco Bell. And I go...
Well, I mean, Taco Bell's like fast food, so like surely Taco Bell would be more affordable than like an Applebee's or like an actual sit-down restaurant. You know what I mean? But like I said, like Scarce, do a cafe. Very straightforward.
Go through the drive-thru, and there's this fucking AI voice at the drive-thru. And we're trying to order our meal, and this stupid AI voice in the drive-thru keeps getting what we want wrong. And I'm just thinking to myself, service was a little bit better before, right? Like, this AI stuff isn't making service better. It's just making service either the same or worse. But I guess the company gets to save money, and then someone doesn't have a job anymore. I guess that's how it works, right? So I guess the AI stuff makes it good for, like, the executives. Maybe the CEO makes a little bit more money. Maybe the board makes more money. I have no idea. But that's the only thing I can think of. Like, who is AI actually saving money for? Because it's not helping me. Like, when I first started hearing about AI a few years ago, I heard a lot of people saying, oh, this is going to be great because there's going to be this universal income that they're going to start paying you because the AI can do all this stuff for us. So,
well, no, I mean, in theory, a lot of people, I think before AI became so big, a lot of people had this very idealistic view of what AI was going to look like. And a lot of people thought good things, like there was going to be technology usage, you know, we would be able to regulate all the negative sides of it. You'd think we would, but I guess we're not going to be regulating it anytime soon with this dog shit fucking administration that we're under. But, yeah, like, again, AI in practice is actually, like, really, I would say it's a lot more harmful than good, currently. Now, I think there are people out there that have way too much of a black and white view on AI. A lot of people are like, oh, you know, all AI is bad. Every single use of AI is bad. No, I don't want to go down that road either because I feel like, you know, AI can be used to, like, cure cancer. In fact, I would say that we're getting closer to curing cancer now than we were way back in the day because of AI. Now, are we there yet? No, but like the potential is still there, especially with like medical stuff. Yeah, the research is going to be like fantastic with AI. Same for space exploration as well with NASA. That's another thing. AI is incredibly valuable for that as well. There's like tons of like you're getting like literally like astronomical numbers in regards to like NASA and space exploration. AI can do that math within like the single prompt. Like it's so quick like that. So that for stuff like that, it's very good. It's very helpful. There are things that AI can be used for, but a lot of people are going to the negatives because that's just how humans are wired. We always think of like the negative side first, and that's going to be the louder side. And there is some validity to it, honestly. I mean, like again, as I said earlier, AI deepfake pornography, and then AI generated like porn, especially of people who are not of the age of 18 as well, is a big concern with it. Especially Grok had like a massive problem with it, where like there was a day where I was scrolling through my Twitter feed, I saw like Frogan just put out a selfie on Twitter, and then some person commented, "Hey, Grok, put Frogan in a bikini," and then Grok just spat out Frogan in a bikini. It's just like, okay, dude, it's like, all right. It's so weird. It's like people are so fucking weird. It's like the non-consensual deepfaking is just like weird or whatever. And it's like, I don't know, man. There needs to be more regulations on it. Like, again, I am more angry. I would say I'm more angry at the fact of just how accessible it is and how like so incredibly like how we need to like change laws in regards to this stuff. Like, it wasn't that long ago that like Atrioc back in 2023 got exposed for a tab very similar to the way Vosh and Lucari got exposed. Again, albeit not very, not as bad, I would say. But, like, Atrioc got exposed for having a subscription to deepfakes of Maya Higa, Pokimane, and, of course, Cutie Cinderella. And just, like, sort of indulging in it. Obviously, curiosity got the best of Atrioc. And I think it's weird. I think what he did was wrong. I don't think Atrioc is a predator for it. I don't think he's, like, an irredeemable person, especially considering the fact that Atrioc did apologize for it. He did seem like he showed genuine remorse for it, and it seems like he hasn't done it since. He's also donated money to help fight back against deepfakes as well, so he actually has seemingly, like, taken a good amount of responsibility, and I don't think he's done it since. So I think for all intents and purposes, I think Atrioc can move on. Like, I don't think he's, like, a predator that should have it follow him forever. I still think what he did was wrong. I think he deserved to get called out for it, absolutely. But it's like one of the... And I also do think his response to it, bringing his wife on and like tearing up, is a little... Like, I don't know, a little bit performative to do on stream. Like, all he had to do was be like, hey, listen, you know, curiosity got the best of me. What I did was really fucked up. I indulged and I saw an advertisement. I indulged, I fucked up. Obviously, that's on me. And I understand if Cutie Cinderella or other streamers want nothing to do with me anymore after this, but, you know, I'm going to do better. I will never indulge in that ever again, and I'm going to take some responsibility. That's it. That's all he had to say, and then he says his piece about it, moves on. He doesn't have to make, like, a whole song and dance about it. Anyways, I'm getting on a whole side tangent about AI, but, I mean, it does tie back into this video where AI, I would say more often than not, AI is definitely... like, in its current state, a problem, for sure.
So eventually they're going to have to pay us because, you know, no one's going to be making any money anymore. So it's going to be this utopia that, like, AI companies are going to create somehow. I know OpenAI, I think, was the one that said that. And...
Well, OpenAI is the one that runs ChatGPT.
That was not the case, right? Like, it's clearly not the case. It's clearly going the opposite. It's more like, oh no, you all lose your jobs, you all get laid off. There's going to be way less jobs. Maybe there'll be some AI jobs or something. Like, you can be a...
Well, again, AI is killing tons of fucking jobs. Like, it's, like, absolutely, like, insane how AI is killing jobs. Now, are more jobs being open because of AI? Yeah, definitely. Like, the demand for working in, like, AI technology fields is very high. So, for anybody working in AI, you probably are eating good. You're probably making a fuck ton of money. Like, those jobs pay very well. Unfortunately, though, tons of other jobs are getting, like, killed. Like, McDonald's recently started using AI for their drive-thrus. Same for, I think Wendy's? Did Wendy's start doing it? I could be wrong. I think Wendy's started doing it as well. But, like, again, like, McDonald's has started using, like, AI. Even for their job applications, McDonald's has started using AI as well. And, like, warehouse jobs, I remember hearing a story about this guy who worked at a warehouse for 20 years, 2 decades worth of work at a warehouse, and he got fucking replaced by a robot. It's crazy how, like, AI is actually, like, displacing tons of jobs. Like, companies should not be able to displace people out of a job when they're profitable. That, you just shouldn't be allowed to do that and replace them with an AI on top of that. That's fucking insane to me.
Prompter or something, but there's not going to be nearly as many of those because it's much easier to prompt stuff. So a bunch of people are going to lose their jobs, and life's just going to get progressively worse. We're not going to pay you back any of the money that we're making. You're just going to have a shittier life. And I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how that can just happen. They can just lie to you like that, and then everyone's just, like, cool with it, right? Everyone's just like, oh, well, collectively, you know, we got duped a few years ago, but it's fine. We'll just continue getting screwed over by AI. And I'm not a super big AI hater. I mean, whatever.
I don't know why Scarce didn't put this on his main channel. Like, he made, like, a whole new channel just talking about life. Maybe he wants his main channel to be, like, news stuff only. I mean, he hasn't uploaded in, like, 3 years or something like that. He hasn't uploaded in a long time. I don't know why Scarce doesn't just, like, fucking upload this on his main... Like, at the very least, if you upload this on your main channel, like, I know you're struggling with, like, job stuff. And understandably so. The job market's tough right now. Like, you could upload this on your main channel, make some money off this video. Fuck it, dude. Why not? Like, honestly...
It's the future, you got to live with it, but it just feels like it's making everything worse. Like when I go on social media now, everything is AI slop, and I'm like, okay, I want.
Oh yeah, I've reacted to some videos that are AI slop. Like I've had to blacklist a channel recently for being AI slop. Like Saros TV. Like I don't think Saros TV is like a horrible person or anything like that, but he would like I remember like listening to some of the videos he would make. Like I've reacted to about maybe like 3 videos by Saros TV on the channel. And he uses ChatGPT scripts. Like, he actually, like, legitimately, like, I think he does a little bit of mix mashing, where he, like, occasionally adds his own bits, and he adds his own spin on it. But, like, I can tell that, like, some of his scripts are, like, from a ChatGPT script. It's fucking insane. Like, I don't know, dude. It's like, I had to blacklist it recently, because I was like, some of the vernacular just doesn't make sense in the context of the video. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, AI slop is just very soulless. Like, I don't mind if people use AI to bounce off of certain ideas and brainstorm ideas. I don't mind that at all. I also don't mind if people use a little bit of AI in some of their script. I don't think that's too problematic. But, like, if your entire video, if, like, so much of your video is consumed by AI slop, it really just, like, defeats all the soul out of it.
See some, like, human-made content. Like, if I want an AI slop, I could just generate it myself, right? Like, I could just go on, search up something on, like, ChatGPT or Claude or whatever and just try to, you know, have them make an image or something. I don't want to see AI images on my own feed because I know how easy it is to make. And plus, with a lot of the AI video, I notice that it really just steals or rips from other movies or animated series and stuff, especially the new animated stuff that you see. It looks really good, but I work as an animator. I do a lot of contract work for indie developers. I'm also finishing my BFA.
Oh, shit! Oh my god, Scarce is an animator. Look at that. He's actually getting himself out into the world. Wow, God bless. Wow, I didn't know Scarce was an animator. That's crazy. God bless, dude.
So I watch a lot of animation online, and I see a lot more AI animation in my feed now, and I see a lot of people just throwing in other animators' reels and other animators' work.
Yeah, that's a problem for sure. Like, even if AI didn't, like, we're going to get to a point where AI is not going to have to source anything to generate its stuff anymore, but the fact that it does source other people's work to make its stuff is definitely a problem, because, like, it basically robs artists from actual work. I think, like, a good law to set in place, or I guess, like, we could have, like, a system where, like, these AI services, like, if they sample other artwork, you pay royalties or, like, a certain amount of royalties to the original artist. It's kind of the same logic where, like, Daft Punk or a lot of music artists would use samples from other work. Granted, the samples wouldn't be that long. It would be, like, what, a 2-second or, like, a 4-second sample, or roughly, like, a very short part of the song to make, like, a whole new song. I don't think sampling in music is bad, by the way. I think it's actually a pretty cool way to make new music. And, like, it's basically, I would compare it to, like, taking a sentence or two from a book and then making a whole new book just from those 1 or 2 sentences. That's the comparison I would use to sampling in music. And the same thing is kind of happening here, although the only difference is that the original artist is not getting anything in return. So it's like, hopefully we could have, like, some system, like, legally where, like, the people that run these, like, AI companies would have to, like, have royalties paid to them to some capacity. There has to be, like, a whole system in place for it. Like, because AI shouldn't be able to just, like, rob artists and they get nothing in return from it, basically.
Into AI and then basically just submitting it saying, oh, the AI made this. Isn't it so great? And I'm like, wait, no. But the artist was the one that made a lot of that work. And the AI is just kind of taking from that work and trying to make something similar. But if it wasn't for the artist's video that you threw into the AI, then it wouldn't have come out with that, right?
No, it wouldn't have. I think we need, like, actual, like, legitimate systems put in place so that they get royalties for it.
Like, it would have come out with something completely different. So you're still using the artist's work here. And it's crazy to me because they don't get credited, right? Like, the artist never gets credited when their videos get thrown in. Like, this animator probably spent hundreds of hours making this fight scene. I mean, an absurd amount of time. It takes a lot of time to animate stuff, especially if you want it to be polished and you want it to go in your reel. So this guy poured all these hours in, and then this guy takes it, steals it, throws it on Twitter. And I see this with so many people, and, you know, some people aren't so obvious about it. They don't show the exact animations they're throwing in there. But it's like, damn, man, this sucks because you kind of need animators to make stuff. If you just have AI, then everything's going to be very samey. It's going to be very boring to watch, and you kind of need artists. So the less artists there are and the more AI content that there is, which there's already a lot, and it's going to be more and more every year, I feel like it's just going to make everything progressively worse.
Unfortunately, this is part of the reason I stopped doing film work, if you want me to be honest. This is definitely part of it. I think the other part of me not doing film work anymore, at least not as much, and for all I know, I could get back into it later in life. I have the experience on my resume. I could get back into it and be like, yeah, I would be down to do some film work again, absolutely. And part of it is just because of AI, honestly. Like, AI is getting so good in regards to film, and it's, like, getting into the film industry is already, like, tough. It's already very competitive. There's already so many fucking people out there that are just, like, so incredibly, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's tough to get into. There's a small barrier to entry. Even, like, a director of photography, which is a very, I would argue, is one of the most important jobs. It's an essential job on, like, the film set. I knew a director of photography that barely managed to score a production assistant job, which is just like it's the entry level position in the like film industry. That's how competitive it is. And with AI coming into the mix, it's going to get even harder now because of like so many jobs being like replaced with just fucking like AI slop, and it's insane. Like and also like I think another reason why I stopped getting into film is mainly because of COVID. Like COVID really killed my motivation. Film is one of those things that you need to be in person for to actually like engage with.
Like we're just going to get progressively worse stuff on social media. It's one of the reasons why I don't like going on social media, because like I see a lot of AI slop and it's just not interesting. It's not fun to watch. But I really think the worst part of
I think the main reason I stopped using social media is because people are so stupid, especially Twitter. Like Twitter is a like toxic cesspool, and I would say like 99% of people on Twitter are not real. Like they are, when I say not real, that's like two types of not real. One, some of them are AI generated. Like I'm not even kidding. Like a lot of accounts are AI generated. There have been some like AI accounts to push disinformation. But two, even if there is a real person controlling the account, they put a version of themselves on Twitter that they absolutely would not portray in the real world. Like again, Twitter is not real. I feel like people take Twitter way more seriously than they should. Like, people need to stop using Twitter and being like, oh my god, everything that happens on Twitter is a reflection of the real world. Everything on Twitter is a fact. Everything on Twitter is real. People need to stop doing that shit. It's not real. It isn't.
But AI is all the layoffs that executives can basically blame on AI. Like, they can lay off a huge percentage of the company, like a significant percentage, like whether it's 5% or 10% of the freaking company, right? And they fire all of these devs. And their excuse for it is because of AI. But it's really because they're just trying to save money and they're trying to make more money than the crazy amount of money they already have.
There it is. Literally what I've been saying. Companies can just lay off tons of fucking workers if they're already profitable. But they want to be even more profitable so they can lay off tons of workers and then just fucking replace them with an AI. That's insane to me. You should not be allowed to do that. That's fucking crazy to me.
And it's just really annoying. Like, that's the thing I hate the most about AI. I mean, listen, AI slop is, it's bad, but whatever. It's the future. It's going to happen. There's going to be more AI slop out there. You're going to have to live with it. But the layoffs and everything, that is really stupid. Like, plus, it's like not making anything better, right? Like, what are layoffs doing? They're not making anything better. They're just increasing profits for the executives. Like, for example, the new Battlefield game comes out. It breaks records. People really enjoy it. Now, you might not like it, but a lot of people enjoyed it, okay? And the devs put a ton of work into that game. They really tried to make that game better than other games that are coming out right now. And even though it broke all these records, they still laid people off, okay?
Unbelievable, dude. Holy shit. I don't know how I feel about Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 is like kind of like, I don't know. I haven't really dived into it. It seems like a lot of people enjoyed Battlefield 6, though. A lot of people do. Fucking insane. The game did, like, I would say from, like, a sales perspective, it did well. I think it even won, like, one award at the Game Awards. Like, it got one award. So, like, the game did well, obviously, from, like, a profit standpoint. And they still fight, like, they're still laying people off. What the fuck is happening? This actually is, like, so infuriating that, like, companies are just allowed to do this willy-nilly.
So it doesn't matter how good the quality of your output is anymore. You're still going to end up getting laid off. So stuff just progressively is getting worse and worse. And I don't know what is going to make things actually get better. As I get older, I just want to live a normal life, right? Like I just want me and my girl to have kids, us to have a house, not a big house, a really tiny house, or maybe even a condo. I mean, whatever. As long as we have a place that we own and we have kids, they don't have to be a lot of kids. It could be one or two or maybe three if we're really trying to splurge on kids, or maybe something was a mistake.
I don't know. Like, literally, it would be an interesting future to live in if we found out, oh, hey, John Scarce, remember that guy, the better version of Keemstar back in 2016, 2017? Yeah, John Scarce now has 3 kids. Bro, he's been trying to do his job procreating. Just don't let him go too far, like Elon Musk, who has like 14 kids who he can barely take care of. And I'm pretty sure he has another kid on the way as well, right? I could be wrong about that, but still, 14 kids is a lot.
But still, just a couple kids, have a condo or a house, something that you feel like you own, and then just work a job, right? Just work a normal job. And the job can be difficult, right? You can put your mind to the test every day, but you got to work that job, and you're still able to pay for your family. You're still able to pay for your bills and everything. I don't think that's possible anymore. And the thing that sucks...
I don't agree with that. I don't know if it's, like, impossible, but it's definitely a lot more difficult than it used to be. I just don't think that, like, I don't know. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep applying. Again, I know, like, animators and artists, they're in a very tough spot right now with AI. I get it. It's fucking tough. It's fucking insane. Hopefully, I think there are still some game studios that pride itself off of not using AI. I think a good example, actually... if anybody wants, like, I guess maybe you could try for it, is, I don't know the name of the company that makes it, but, Slay the Spire's developers. I mean, Slay the Spire 2 recently released, sold millions of copies. For a indie game and for, like, a rogue game, like, that's insane. Millions of copies. Slay the Spire 2, I would say, exceeded their expectations on how well it would do. So I imagine that they would be willing to hire more people. And I don't know if they use AI. I mean, they might, but I don't know if they would fire people to be more profitable. It doesn't seem like it. I don't know. But I think it could be worth a try, honestly. They seem like people that pride themselves off having a good game, like quality over quantity kind of deal. They had to push back Slay the Spire 2 a couple times just to iron it out, and boy, was it worth it, because Slay the Spire 2, very fun game. Very, very great game.
Is the older I get as an adult, the less confident I am that, like, I can actually make life work in the long term, if that makes sense. Like, there's so many variables now. It's like, okay, is it going to be AI? Is it going to be layoffs? You know, prices are still going up. How are you supposed to make prices work now? Bills are...
God, don't even get me started on the fucking inflation, dude. The inflation's rough. It's terrible. Like, it's actually, like, the inflation... part of it is definitely the tariffs that Trump put in place for absolutely no fucking reason other than to benefit rich people, basically. Trump is the kind of person that puts, like, one-size-fits-all solutions. He's like, okay, we're going to do it this way, and that's it. We're not, like, that's it. We're not doing it any other way. This is the way, this is how it's going to be, and that's that. You have to live with it. Fuck you. That's just how Trump is, and it's just like, oh, okay, that's cool, I guess.
Going up. It's like gas is going up. What the hell am I supposed to do? And plus, games are just getting worse, right? Games are getting worse. AI slop is annoying. What the hell is the future? Like, 10 years ago felt way better than it did today, right?
Yeah, you're telling me, Scarce. I mean, like, listen, I didn't like 2016. I gotta say, like, when I was going through 2016, I didn't like it at the time. And I still have some negative feelings about 2016, but, like, compared to how it is nowadays, like, I guess I didn't realize how good we had it back then. Like, we had it good back then, and I guess we didn't see it at the time, man. It's crazy where things have gone now. Like, people, you know, politics is bad. We're defending literal rape and pedophilia. Just, like, the world is in a very scary place right now.
10 years ago, you know, you'd play the Call of Duty game, or even 15 years ago. I mean, I guess 10 years ago, there were the newer Call of Duties, but 15 years ago, you'd play, you know, Call of Duties like this one, Modern Warfare 2, or some of the newer ones like Modern Warfare 3, where, you know, you just have fun with your friends, right? I remember I had a whole summer with one of my buddies from high school where we just played Modern Warfare 2 all summer, and that was it. And we were playing Search and Destroy every game, right? And we just trash talked the whole game. And it actually was incredibly fun.
Okay. I mean, Scarce probably used a couple of slurs back in the day. I mean, it is what it is. You know, it happens. You know, it was a different time back in the day. People use slurs on Xbox lobbies. You know, people try to be as edgy as they can. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun time. I gotta say, I feel it. Like, I totally get it. It's like, I don't know. I had an Xbox 360. I don't know how much I trash talk. I don't think I used slurs. I was like 8 or 9 during Xbox, like, live days. So I think I was just on, like, World at War Zombies back in the day. That was the extent of my Xbox live days. But yeah, I don't know. It's fun. It's, yeah, simpler times back when we didn't have to worry about prices. We could just spend a summer playing games and vibing and figuring out what's next in life, being excited for life and what's next. And now we turn into adult and things are different. I don't want to say life is like terrible. It's definitely different. It's a little bit like, for sure. But it's fucking crazy, you know, like times are so different. And again, I'm going to go back to politically. I don't think I've ever seen the political temperature this high ever. Like, you have fucking I would say extremism on the right is worse, but, like, even far-left extremism is also very annoying, because it's like, you get fucking purity tested for not being far-left enough. It's fucking crazy. Like, these people, rather than spending their energy after going after far-right individuals, or people that align themselves with the far-right, like Asmongold, or Nick Fuentes, or whatever, instead, now we're just going after people who aren't far-left enough. It's fucking crazy to me. Like, where is this energy? Like, where are our priorities at? You know, like, the world is in fucking disarray. We need, like, now more than ever, we need to be calling out what is the problem. And the problem is the far right, especially the far right that's running our government.
I don't know if you're listening to this, but, you know, you were a cool guy, and we drifted apart after high school. That happens with a lot of friends, I guess, but he was a really, really great friend of mine. And that was definitely some of the most fun I've ever had in my life. And it sounds crazy because it's like, wait, you weren't going out, you know, to parties in the summer? And it's like, nah. Like, I was just staying at home. I was having a lot of fun playing Call of Duty. You know, we would hang out and stuff, but, you know, we would have fun playing the game as well. And that was some of the most fun I've ever had in my life. I mean, and it's actually sad when I think about it, because I'm sure people are going to say that is sad. But at the same time, it's like, what do you have to be excited about nowadays? You know, every time you go out, you're breaking the bank. Every time you know, want to look at something on social media and laugh at something, you're watching AI slop, right? Games are not getting much better. I feel like every time a new game comes out, I
feel like, in regards to social media, I think there are a lot worse problems of social media than AI slop. AI slop is part of the problem, definitely. I'm not saying that it's not, but, you know, you have, like, actual legitimate extremism on Twitter. And you have people that just say, like, we hate Jews and we hate brown people on Twitter, basically. And a lot of times your Twitter feed or your social media feeds, your algorithm will feed you what you want to see. And so Asmongold, who scrolls through his Twitter feed all day, he constantly sees fuck brown people and fuck Jews in his feed all the time. And eventually Asmongold is gonna, like, get fucking Twitter brain rotted into thinking that brown people are an actual problem in society. And that's what Asmongold is. Like, he's very Twitter brain rotted because he never leaves his house and he lets his teeth rot out of his fucking skull all day.
Super excited about it, and I'd rather just play the old games. So whenever I actually have any little bit of free time now, I'm just playing the old COD games, because it's like, you know, this actually is still really fun, and the new games are not actually that fun. Plus, with the new games, you have to learn all this new stuff, and it's like, who has time to do this, right? Who has time to learn all these new mechanics, right? Like, I got to go to work the next day, so I just want to play the old games that I was into. You know, I know a lot of my friends that still play RuneScape or World of Warcraft, and it's like, they're playing that because they don't want to, like, put all this time into a new game, especially if it's not going to be good, because they don't got any fucking time anymore. You still got to work. You still got to, you know, do social stuff. You got to see your girl, or if you don't have a girl, you still have to see family. You still have to do other things.
It's true. Yeah. I mean, sometimes simplicity is the best, and you just go back to what's comfortable. And it seems like Modern Warfare 2 is just like what is comfortable. Unfortunately, the servers are unplayable, so you have to use third-party software like Plutonium to actually have, like, a safe time playing the older games again. Just sucks. It's terrible stuff.
So it's like, what exactly are we aiming for in society? Like, where is society going right now? You know, you've got this AI slop. You've got games that are not getting much better. Like, where is the end goal here? Is life going to get better, or is it just going to continue to get worse? And I guess I'm just venting in this video here, but I wonder if anyone else feels the same way. Like,
Oh, yeah. No, I think a ton of people can relate to you, Scarce. I totally get it. It's, I mean, listen, you said social media is a problem because of AI slop. I think there's all kinds of problems with social media. There's just, like, constant disinformation, and tons of people are just, like, so fucking... There's so many people... Like, there's a lot of stupidity on social media. There's so much dumb idiots on social media. I just don't go on anymore. it's like not worth it. Like if you actually like go in the real world, you would understand that in the real world, like the real world is not reflective of what social media is. Like social media is like it's actually like legitimately toxic for your brain. Like it's terrible. I don't go on anymore because like social media is just like actually a fucking cancer to society, quite frankly.
Where 15 years ago, everything still felt really good, right? Everything still felt really, really good. And plus there was all of these things that weren't so ridiculous, like the AI stuff and trying to find a job, right? And sending in hundreds of applications to find some stupid job. And, you know, you have to go through multiple rounds of interviews and then they still don't accept you and they don't even respond after they don't accept you. I swear I will try to find a job and I'll send in an absurd amount of applications on Indeed or LinkedIn or whatever. And then I will get the phone interview, I'll get the first round of interviews, and then boom, no response, no nothing. I don't even know if I have the job. You know, they never told me.
That's why you got to keep applying, man. Unfortunately, that's just how it is with a lot of these jobs. They just don't reply. Like, if you don't get in, they won't respond to you. You got to keep applying. You got to send tons of applications out. I stuck with around maybe like 5 to 6 applications a day. You probably want to do more than that. If you're like working in like a tech field, like software engineer, working with AI or coding, you probably want to stick maybe around closer to like 8 to 11 job applications per day, like around that range, I would say is a good amount.
They just stop responding. They ghost you, right? And this happened to me multiple times with recruiters so far. And it's so stupid. It's like, just at least send me an email, right?
Maybe, Scarce, you might want to try indie jobs for gaming. I don't know, like look for a lot of indie game developers are hiring for animators and stuff. So you might want to you might be interested in like that in particular. You don't have to work for like these big companies, which unfortunately are so fucking corporate and they're just looking to be more profitable. And so they'll just like lay off tons of workers because, lol, we could just get AI to replace you anyways. Like, okay, wow, great. Love the heart and soul into the craft of your game. Good stuff, dude.
Why are you keeping me waiting, right? Why are you blue balling me over some stupid position that makes 22 an hour? You know what I mean? Like, it's so dumb. And I don't understand, but I think it's because, like, it's really hard to find a job right now, and it's like, recruiters don't care about people anymore because they're like, oh, well, this sucker is just trying to get a job, right? Everyone's trying to get a job. So
isn't that what everybody's doing though? Like I feel like a lot of recruiters or like hiring managers understand people are looking for work and they're trying to make money. I feel like they understand that. So it's like that shouldn't be like a factor into why somebody like doesn't hire somebody. I don't know.
You know, I don't care. I'm not even gonna respond to him because we're getting a million applications from people. And even after you get the job, you almost feel like you're held hostage at that job because of how difficult it is to get other jobs. So, like, I worked as an IT tech for the county last year, okay? And it wasn't, like, incredible pay, right? You still need more to actually survive. But still, it was more than a lot of other jobs in the area. So the boss knew that he could be as brutal as fucking possible. This guy was like a drill sergeant. Like, you could not speak to him a certain way. Like, he didn't like, I think it was pronouns he didn't like. He didn't like a certain way of speaking, like a certain grammar thing. I don't know. Maybe he had like a tick or something. There was something wrong with him where he just didn't like the way you would speak to him if you said certain things. So
why the pronouns part in particular? Is like the fucking boss like trans or something and you like use the wrong pronouns or something? Like what happened? Because if that's the case, like that, I mean, like obviously there are like you have people like Lily Tino who like obviously rage baits for attention and intentionally tries to get people to misuse the wrong pronoun just so they can like create a scene and like do it mainly for TikTok content. I think that's obnoxious. If you're intentionally putting yourself in situations where people accidentally use the wrong pronouns and then like you like create a scene on TikTok, like that's obnoxious. That's fucking obnoxious as shit. So like obviously, like if you have people like Lily Tino, I can understand that. But I don't know, if someone is like actually being an asshole and using the wrong pronouns intentionally on purpose, I feel like there's some level of anger is warranted, I think.
Very careful with how your grammar was when you spoke to him. And it was a very weird way of speaking to him, by the way.
I would need to know what that means, though.
And, you know, by the end of this job, before I left, I like started speaking to other people in my real life like this. And they were like, dude, what are you saying? Like, you sound weird right now. And I'm like, it's literally coming off on me because I'm forced to talk like this at work or else this guy is going to yell at me. And what I mean is like actually screaming, like throwing a tantrum, like actually yell at you. Now you might say, okay, well, that shouldn't be allowed at work or something. But, you know, according to everyone around me, like that was completely allowed. I mean, the guy was friends with the sheriff's department and everything. It was for the county, so we had.
Oh, great. Okay. That's even better. The fucking sheriff's department. That's insane. Because a lot of jobs have it where, like, if they have a connection, like, this is a very common thing where a lot of small towns in America are dependent on one piece of infrastructure. So, like, the job that Scarce could work for, maybe, like, the town that he worked in or something, or maybe the city he worked in, was dependent on that place, and then, like, having that connection with the sheriff's department means he could get away with all kinds of shit. Unfortunately, that's a lot more common than people think it is.
To drive around the county and fix servers and stuff, and we went to the jail and fixed servers there, and it's like he was a corrections officer before. Like, clearly the guy was, like, ingrained in the community. He was ingrained in the county, so I wasn't going to fight that. I was just going to leave. But before I left, there was another girl that came there, and she lasted 2 whole weeks. She came there, she noticed how everything was running, and she tried speaking to him like he wanted to, but she just could not handle it. And that's when I realized, okay, like, maybe I should leave too, because clearly the turnover in this job is so high. The issue is that, I had a buddy there who, I think he was like maybe 22, 23. He was younger than me. And he was staying at the job for a long time because he didn't really have any other prospects. And he was probably still going to stay there. Now, I don't know if he's still there or not, but I feel bad for the guy. His name was great guy, okay? Like, actually great guy. And he worked so fucking hard. He was such a hard worker. He would pour in so many hours into this job, and he would do everything this guy was telling him, but the guy would still yell at him every single time, right? And I was a newer guy there, and you would be a new guy there for a long time. It would take years to actually get anywhere in that position. But, being the newer guy, he would treat me a little bit better, especially early on. But I would just notice how he was treating Alex, okay? And he was treating him like trash, like total trash, like he was nothing, right? Like That's
unfortunately how a lot of workers are treated, because you're replaceable to them. Like, he can get away with treating workers like trash, and like like you're replaceable to these people. It's just like terrible. It's a shitty work environment. It sucks. And but people stay because they need the money. And that's just how it goes.
He knew everything, and I get it, right? Boss can be very full of themselves, but this was on another fucking level. Like, I've never heard one adult talk to another adult like this guy would talk to us. And it was just, I really wanted to tell him off, but at the same time, with the current job market, you got to keep all your options open. So if I still want to work for the county, I still want to be able to, like, not have this guy hate me. I just ended up leaving the job. But that's my point, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you have the degree, you have the certifications, right? I had my degree, I had my certifications. I clearly was qualified for the job. I had hands-on experience, right? But even if you get the job, you're still held hostage there, because it doesn't matter how qualified you are. You're still going to have a hard time finding another job. So you got to stay there and be held captive by everyone you work with until, somehow in the future you're hoping the job market will get better. But I don't see the job market getting better anytime soon, because it just feels like it's getting worse and worse every fucking year. Like, I swear, ever since the AI stuff in, like, 2022, the job market has just progressively gotten worse, and I don't think it's ever going to get better. Like, when is the bounce back supposed to happen? So this was a pretty depressing video. I didn't expect it to be so depressing, but it just feels like everything's...
I feel that, Scarce. It's tough. I get it, man. It's terrible stuff. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? You just got to keep applying. You got to keep living. Stay with it, Scarce. Don't give up. That's just how it goes.
Getting worse. I don't know if anyone else feels the same way. All right, see ya.
All right, well, it's always a pleasure seeing Scarce again, especially nowadays. Like, I don't know, seeing him do, like, a commentary video with Modern Warfare 2 gameplay in the background takes me back. It takes me back to the good old days. But, we got to move forward. The good old days are the good old days for a reason. They're in the past, and we move forward with where we are now. Hopefully it'll get better. Hopefully the 2020, quite frankly, this whole decade is so weird. This whole decade is like fucking ass. Like, we need to just go to the 2030s already. Just fast forward to the 2030s, and hopefully by then we'll have everything sorted out and things will be a lot more interesting then. I still have some level of hope, but maybe I'm coping.